You say God told you to kill those men?
God doesn't tell us to do anything. If you're waiting for him to speak to you, you've already lost, brother. I killed them.
Why?
Their journey had no meaning. Without meaning, they were lost, and they brought chaos. Chaos is the power of the devil. I brought order. I have explained it to you, but I can't make you understand it.
Those Marines at Narnica, that wasn't chaos. From where we stand, it appears as if you brought chaos to this world, not your victims.
You see, you believe that this world is God's creation, but somehow this world is a gift created by God, that this is our Eden. Look around you, brother. You could not be more wrong. This godless place is hell. We are in the devil's domain. We are here to fulfill our commandment to drive the devil out and bring order to his chaos. We are all soldiers.
Soldiers on a crusade?
Crusade, jihad, holy war, call it what you want, brother. It is your duty.
And those Marines, I suppose they were the enemy.
Yes. I spoke to them, each and every one of them, when they arrived in Larnica. These men reveled in the chaos. I reminded them of their oath to the Lord, but they could not hear me.
Did they laugh at you?
They offended God. I found them to be lost and without hope. The godless are the slaves upon which hell is built. The godless have forgotten the commandment. The godless feed the devil. The question is, why weren't you there to kill them?
Alright. Look, let's talk about Turkey. Your Miracle Mile, as it was called.
That was no miracle. It was a message. A clear and direct message that only a fool would not hear.
From God?
I should have died when Erzurum fell to the rebels. I should have died sneaking through enemy territory for 26 days. I should have died in the DMZ, yet somehow the snipers missed me time and time again. I should have died crossing the minefield, but somehow, here I still am. That, brother, is a message. He led me through the chaos so I could be at his hand. I will no longer be the devil's slave. I will no longer watch silently as he feeds on the lost. I am compelled to do the duty as he commanded.
Well, this duty may end with you going to the chair.
Death would be a blessing. But as you can see, you cannot kill me. It is not in his plan. Release me, brother.
I can't do that, Woods. You know I can't.
Release me.
Well, we're going to send you somewhere to get some help.
I do not need help.
It's a new program, Woods, designed for people just like you.
I will not die by your hand, brother. That is not his plan.
We'll see, Woods. We'll see.
Okay. I have to record this so I remember. I had a dream. Or a nightmare. There were these people. I didn't know how, but I recognized them. I cannot grasp who they are now, but they were familiar in the dream. I was in a dark room, and they were on stretchers, or maybe beds, but they were upright, facing me. They were crying and screaming, but silently. No sound came from their mouths. They were filled with hate for me. I don't know what I did to them, but they knew. They blamed me. The rage in their eyes. They wanted me to feel what I had made them feel. They wanted me to suffer. They wanted to claw my eyes out, but they were ropes or chains holding them to the bed, restraining them across the chest. They could not reach me, so they spat instead. They tried to bite me, bite my hand. I held something, a knife. No, a needle. I'm sure of it. I put my hand over their eyes so they could not look at me. Then I took the needle and pushed it into their neck. There was no blood, just air, and then the screams coming from the hole I had made in their neck. There was no blood, just a throbbing, growing red hole. They were screaming and then choking, drowning. They were drowning. I moved my hand away from their face, and they had no eyes, no mouth, no features at all, just flesh. Then a door opens, and I turn to see who it is. Then I wake up. That's it. I woke up shouting, wailing. I'm sweating too. I know what it means. It is my conscience telling me to stop, imploring me to change who I am, what I do. But I cannot. I am in this now. I must finish the work. It will have value one day. I'm sure of it. I hope. Hearsay off.
You don't mind if I record this?
No, you're all right there.
I just want to make sure we have multiple records of this. It's a rather unusual request.
Yeah, like I said, no bother. So where do we start?
Just a few more questions. You do understand what joining Legion means, don't you?
Yeah, look, I get it. I just, I've been thinking a lot about how we got here. About working with Kovac, and I like the work, but all the death and destruction I've seen,
Well, it's common for veterans to suffer post-traumatic stress when they return from combat. Looking at your file, you have seen a lot of action. Perhaps you need a break.
No, it's not that. It's that I don't care. It just doesn't affect me anymore. Look, last posting, Kovac sent me out to Del Baron, little Kurdish village in Western Iran. Well, used to be Iran, So I was told that I had to keep the villagers in check, right? And these poor bastards were terrified that the Republic forces or what have you were going to take take over the village and kill every last one of them, so I was told to keep them there until an envoy could evac, right? The thing is, I was also told I couldn't let them leave. Now, they had to stay in the village so we knew where everyone was. But these people were shitting bricks, so some of them took it upon themselves to run.
So you were upset when you failed your mission?
I didn't say I failed. I shot him. Ended up killing about 20 of them. Maybe more, in fact, now I think about it. And the thing is, I just don't give a fuck, you know? And that's not right. Is it? I think I might be, like, broken or something.
Did you tell your commanding officer about that?
Yeah, he was fine with it. And they didn't want to bother anyway. And like I said, I was told not to let them leave, so I did my job. And, you know, Kovac doesn't give a fuck, do they? They're not gonna go to the government and tell them that one of their mercs lost his fucking marbles, are they?
No, I suppose not. It's just that Legion is not really something you volunteer for.
Is it not?
No. No, most people would not volunteer to have their memory wiped.
Oh, right.
Maybe you just need to go home for a bit, get away from combat. I see your father is still alive. Perhaps you could visit him.
No, can't do that. I got some bad memories from that place. I go back there, I'm pretty sure I'll shoot that fucking bastard in the head. Nah, I really think that this is the best way. I figure I'm gonna die in one of these missions anyway, so before I cark it, I'm thinking that this might be a bit of redemption, you know? I mean, if I don't know who I am or what I've done, then am I still guilty, you know? That maybe if you wipe my fucking brain out, it'll come back better.
But you won't remember any of this.
Look, if you're not gonna take it, just fucking tell me, right? I don't have to be here, you know?
Yes, of course. Your case is fascinating. We will take you.
Really? Good. Let's get on with it then.
Yes, follow me. And interview.
Interview with prisoner 172.
You can't keep me here.
We have to evaluate every prisoner.
I'm not a prisoner.
That is yet to be confirmed. How did you end up in Valencia?
I told you. I work for Santonian. I mean, I did before this country went fucking nuts. I was posted to the Valencia office 3 years ago by Jansen Davies. He deliberately had me stationed here right before the Civil War broke out. I got trapped in the city by Esparza's forces, and I've been held hostage for 3 fucking years until you lot showed up. After that, I sat in front of some uniformed fuckwit for 4 hours, trying to explain that I'm the bloody victim here. Now, why don't you look me up in Santonio's records so we can sort this out?
We have looked you up. There is no record of you working at the Valencia office.
That's not possible. Look again.
They have no record of Frank Bishop ever working for the Santonian Strategic Investments Company.
Look, I know what this is. You need to speak to Jansen Davis. He put me here.
We have spoken to Mr. Davies. He's never heard of you.
He's a liar.
Why would he lie?
Because he's trying to get rid of me. He put me here as a punishment, okay? He knew Esparza was going to take Valencia, so he put me here hoping I would get killed along with every other foreigner. But it didn't fucking work, did it? Because here I am.
These are serious accusations, Mr. Bishop. For him to send you to a country on the brink of civil war, knowing full well that any foreigners in the city would almost certainly be killed. What did you do to deserve that, Mr. Bishop?
We have history, that's all. I had some info I thought he may be interested in, and he didn't like that I had it.
Is that your way of saying blackmail?
It doesn't matter now. What matters is that I am a Santonian employee, and I've been held captive in this shithole for years. Now, are you going to get me back home?
To be clear, Mr. Bishop, there are no records of you. No records at all. Anywhere.
What does that mean?
There is no Frank Bishop, born in Lambeth in 2001 to Sam and Evie Bishop. There is no record that you joined SSIC as an intern in 2017, or that you worked for them for 10 years before attempting to blackmail your boss with sensitive information you had gathered from spyware installed on multiple executive laptops.
Now listen.
There is no record of you being posted to Valencia, nor is there a Frank Bishop listed among the missing or captured foreign workers.
You tell him I got rid of that info, okay? Tell Davies I made a mistake, I can see that, but...
Mr. Bishop, you don't exist. You never did.
I'm gonna speak to Davies. Take me to him.
Guards! This one's for the Legion.
No! Take me to Davies!
You have nothing to worry about, Mr. Bishop. Your ordeal will be a distant memory soon enough.
Tell Davies I'm coming!